What's up, YouTube? It's Ask the Young One with CreateHigherVibrations.com. Um, it's been a while since I've done a video, and so I thought I would make a quick one. Um, and again, like I've expressed it in other videos, that our self-care should be our number one priority, especially when we've gone through life-changing traumatic experiences, and our doors and our minds and our eyes start opening to things, and we start understanding the illusion that this world has created for us, and realizing how the programming and how beliefs and which is ours and which is not. And it takes a lot of work to get through those things and to start breaking down those layers and layers of different things that have created us to that point. And so I wanted to make a quick video and talk a little bit about realizing the things that have led to where you are right now, wherever you are, whether you've experienced something and then you've healed and then you've been able to move to a different level, and realizing that had you not experienced this, you would not have been gotten to this point. Had you not been able to experience this thing, you won't get to this thing. And so it's very important for us, and for some of us it can go all the way back. And when we start doing inner child and inner healing work, we can realize the parts of us that we've been carrying our whole lives that have created certain realities for us through perceptions of beliefs that belong to someone else. And we're able to start seeing how that's dictated our lives. And like for me, it's been almost a month since I made a video, and this has nothing to do with narcissistic abuse. This has to do with breaking down other core layers within myself to get to a deeper level of my authentic true self, to get to that little boy inside of me, to get to those dreams that I have, that but realizing that is taken, it takes time, it's a process, and we have to realize that. It's like, we go through toxic relationships, and then we blame the toxic person, or we blame that specific relationship, when in reality, something that happened in childhood probably led to those moments and led to getting into a relationship with someone like that. And then you get into that relationship and you actually learn what love is not, and what it's like to truly not be loved. And then you realize that really your whole life, it really comes down to the perception of what you thought love was, or what you thought something else was, because of how you were treated or made to feel in childhood. So then you start to question things, and then you go from that specific to actually, after healing and working through these things within yourself. It doesn't happen overnight, but working through those things, if if love is a major part of you, and finding that partnership and all of that, you will get there. But you have to appreciate that, like, you had to go through that to get to that. And so I wanted to express in this video really the importance of, no matter where you are, even if you're in the middle of the chaos, if you're in the middle of it, realizing in the middle of that chaos and conflict, there's opportunity. There's a way to see, what is this teaching me? What is this taking me to? Are there patterns that I can go back and look and say, man, this has been like happening my whole life. We have no control over other people. All we can do is change what we want, and change our realities, and change how we experience this life. If other people want to live through greed and live through an ego that they call like this is life, just this, and there's zero connection within them, and this is how narcissists live, and there's, everything, the only thing that matters is, my image and money and what I have and all this just garbage shit that just will not matter when you leave and die from this infinite body. Then they will come back and they'll start over. But when we're able to connect to ourselves and we're able to start working through those inner layers and those inner and peeling that shit away, then we can start to truly gain our own inner wisdom, to truly gain and understand, okay, this is why I went through this, because that horrible toxicity, that horrible toxic relationship that where I was used because I had a good heart, where I was used because I have empathy, where I was used and lied to, and all these things can teach us the subconscious trauma and allow us to acknowledge the things that we did not know before. And then that can be taken to a place of gaining and moving forward in our lives and truly experiencing the type of relationships that we actually want. And then we can flow from that into other parts. Like I said, for me, myself, over the last month, it's it's came down to, like, there's just been a lot. Like I said, like, I'm learning over the last few months, I'm even peeling back more layers and more layers, and especially when it comes to beliefs about money and how this society programs you. And then you get parents that teach it to you because that's how society tells you you got to be. And then you get a divorce and you get kids, and then someone tells you, for me, honestly, if you're a parent and you need someone in a black robe to tell you how to raise your child, you're gone. Like, I feel completely horrible for the child, because it's just going to come down the same patterns, the same cycle, the same patterns, the same ignorance, the same garbage, and the same toxicity. And so it's like, when you start waking up to these things, you start really realizing what is you and what is someone else and what is society and what, where these programs and beliefs are coming from. And if they're not, because the thing is, like, if they're not in the core of you, if they're not in your soul, if they are not part of what you are authentically, your true inner child, your true self, you will always be in resistance to these things because of this outer programming. And being able to recognize that and really see it is going to make a big difference. And it's going to make you, or allow you, to be able to see how this experience has led to this experience. And for me, it's not about fame, glory, or anything. It's about literally living the ultimate life of being a happy person, and not allowing a toxic person or another person to continue to drive or control within my head. That's where we can learn, and we can get, see the opportunity through the intensity of the chaos. It's very not an easy job. It's very hard, but it's very possible. And if you choose and commit to yourself, then you will be able to do this. When you choose and commit to start seeing and questioning the perceptions, and when someone says something to you, especially your parents, if you spend time talking to your parents, you can really get to know a lot of these beliefs and these perceptions. And when you really watch how they do things and watch how their lives have transformed, you can really see where you're coming from, like what you were taught, your programming, what your beliefs were instilled in you. And then you can start breaking away from those when it's not part of the core of who you are. That's the thing. One of the biggest problems and things that I see, and when I start working with people or I talk to people in groups or whatever, is so many people, they have no idea of who they are, like who they truly are. Like, they go through these experiences, and really all this stuff belongs to someone else, but yet they've experienced it. So it really behooves us to really begin to see through our own eyes, through our own perceptions, through our own dreams, our own goals, and not anyone else's. And it doesn't mean we have to agree with people, but like I said, you can really look back and see how, if you had not experienced this toxic marriage, this toxic relationship, this heartbreak, this implosion, you will see when you find someone that truly is connected to heart and gives and receives, and it bounces back like a flow that you've never experienced, you will understand what I'm saying, how that experience, had you not experienced it, you would not get to that. So that's really the core of this message in this video, and to really realize the true importance of what is important in life, and connect to that and express your true authentic self, and always be authentic and be true to yourself. And I can guarantee you, for many of us, including myself, it took going through these experiences to get and break through the layers of it. So with that, I will jump off here. I appreciate you watching. If anybody would like to get into this depth, or needs more mentoring or help with understanding where certain things are within them, please reach out, visit my website. It's all in the description. But until next time, I will go. So, namaste.